Good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. I am waking up this morning and trying to warm up a little bit. This morning when I first woke up, it was 48 degrees in the van, so I have stayed kind of in my blankets and in my sweater, just trying to let the temperature rise just a little bit before I get out and move around today. After my hike, I decided I was going to drive about an hour and a half south, and I made it to the Branson area where I am at Table Rock State Park, a place that I have stayed many times on this channel because I like not only the staff because they're super friendly, but also the spacing of the campsites and also the options that they have. Here I could do laundry, there's a nice flush toilet, there is also a shower, and this gives me a great hub place for me to be able to do some of the next activities that I have planned. So with that said, I've just been kind of moving slow this morning because it's been cold, and I'm okay with that. I have a few things planned for today, and so I thought I would start the day off by just kind of waking up, and then I'm going to go grab a shower, and then after that, I'm going to hit the road and do some stuff. First task of the day, I'm trying to pack up my shower bag so I can go over and take a shower. I pulled down my clothes and everything, and so I'm good to go there. I also need to put this water over by the side of my bed and then, of course, make up my bed. But I'm just sitting here because it's so cozy still. It's always hard to get out of the cozy part, but I definitely have to because the hair's doing some weird stuff this morning as a result of me sleeping in my hat last night. It was pretty chilly, so as it got more chilly, I couldn't find my beanie, and then I realized, oh no, I left my beanie in the front. So I have this nice hat, which I can wear, and I can actually buckle it so it stays on. I did not buckle it, so if I would have, it would have stayed on all night and kept me nice and cozy, but unfortunately, I kind of grabbed it in a sleepy state of mind, so I just left it free-flowing, and so at about 4 in the morning, I realized that I had my head under the blanket as opposed to in a hat, and I couldn't find the hat because I took it off. Does anybody else sleep weird sometimes? Hi, I'm a weird sleeper. Okay, so I'm up, I'm moving around. I'm gonna go ahead and take my shower first, and then I'm gonna take care of my trash. Everything else is in order though, so I should be pretty good to go. It is a chilly and breezy day, but it's gonna be awesome. So I'm happy I stayed in for just a little bit longer. This is a lot. And then I need to go take care of this where I pay for my campsite for the night. I had originally decided I was gonna pull in today as opposed to yesterday, but the way that my schedule kind of put me, I was like, okay, I really kind of would prefer to just check in a day early, but by the time I got here, the office was closed. So I will be going down there as my first stop and taking care of that. I do need to put my dirty clothes in my dirty clothes bag, and that's right here in my front section. I think I will go ahead and take down this window cover because that way all I have to do is come in from that side and do the front and then that one. And then I'll move these things out of my front seat. I am also going to go ahead and get this down and tie it up so that whenever I get back, I can just throw it away. I'll leave that on the mat so that way nothing drips out. I try to leave it upright because you can see there's some oozy stuff in there. That was from the soup. Okay, I have this sweater that I'm going to put on after my shower, so I'm just going to leave it on that side because, again, everything that I'm going to do is going to come onto that side now. And I'm going to also add my Murphy bag to that side. I don't want it in the front seat, but that's where it'll be a good place. Okay, this is my site, and you can see my little placard is there for tonight, so I'm good to go. Again, this was from last night, so tomorrow I'll see this red on the front pole. Whew, but it's bright today. I'm gonna have to make sure I get some sunglasses out for myself. Okay, here we go. Shower. Yes. Gotta close the door, lock it, and time for me to shower. You guys know the drill. You can't stick around for this one, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, shower complete. Now I need to go and organize a little bit, grab my stuff, go pay for my campsite. And normally I wouldn't be thrilled about my hair being wet, but it'll dry pretty quickly. And I'll be okay. It's not super cold now, so I'll be fine. Oh. Okay, let's get this party started. Now, I'm gonna leave my shower bag down because I need to put my towel in it, but I'm gonna stretch my towel kind of over this. So since I'm not going to be just sitting here and I can't stretch it over my other stuff, stretch it here, it'll dry pretty quickly. And this goes on my body, so I'm gonna pull my sleeves down, hope for the best. Okay, into the sweater we go, pull it out, and then I'll adjust these after I get the other side on. Same thing. I always like to layer, but I hate that sometimes longer shirts ride up, so this is gonna work much better. Now, adjust everything. And then these sleeves, I can actually roll once, I think. And then I can push this back up a little bit. Oh yeah, and I need to kind of at least comb through this. I'm just gonna use a clip to do that. Okay, I'm all dressed. I'm gonna go take out my trash and then we're hitting the road. Okay, now that I took out the trash, it is time for me to go pay for this campsite. Woo! Oh, today has been a day already. It started off with it being cold, and because of that, obviously, hanging out in the back a little bit longer, but I'm so glad that I did now, because since I was here a little bit longer than I normally would be, I was able to meet Nancy. Nancy, if you are watching this video, I had such a wonderful time talking to you. It was so good. Nancy's visiting from Florida and she had driven by and saw my van and she was like, I think that's Bunny. She pulled over, sure enough, it's me. And so we just had the greatest conversation and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So you made my day, Nancy. Thank you. I have permagrin now. And with that, I'm going to go find the restaurant that I just told you I was going to try to find. But before I do, I have to take down my window cover so that I can get moving on this trip. Now, the restaurant in question that I'm going to try to find is one that Jerry sent me. Jerry is a local from Branson who has been watching the channel for a while, always gives me great insight, and you know it's good if a local tells you to check it out. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. In fact, I have 3 trusted resources here in the Branson area who have never failed me when it comes to deliciousness and awesome places to stop. So most of the places that I check out are a result of their suggestions. So keep that in mind, guys. If you ever have suggestions for a place, even if I'm not there at that moment, I put it on my list and then I try to come back. And as a result, we end up with some of the cool places that we go here on the channel. So there's that. But to the office. Okay, in the key goes. Woo! And you guys know the rest of this. Transformers, let's roll out. This morning it was so pleasant. I love when I get to like meet really cool people, and Nancy was just really neat. She's going to be going to some shows and actually suggested one for me. Now, I normally can't film shows, even though I enjoy going to them. And so I just like kind of take them in, and those are my personal moments. But if you ever come to Branson, there are so many interesting shows. In fact, at one point in time, this was considered to be the Vegas of the Midwest. When it comes to the shows, though, they have a little bit of everything. And one of the things that I've always enjoyed when I do go to the shows is the variety. I've gone to shows that are from like 60s music and super hyper focused on like one era. I've gone to magic shows. I have gone to country shows. I've gone to variety shows. I've gone to comedy shows. I have gone to shows with impersonators. I have gone to bluegrass shows. There's literally a little bit of everything. And Nancy was actually going to go check out this Irish singer. And I thought that was really neat sounding. So yeah, if you guys are coming to Branson, know that there is something for everyone here, whether you're a family, an individual, if you enjoy the outdoors, if you enjoy interior things, if you like to bowl. Yeah, there's a little bit of literally everything, and it just keeps growing and improving. And because of that, I feel like it's encompassing more and more. But yeah, that's why I come to Branson. Okay, here we go. Let's go pay our campsite and then see if there's anything on the wall for suggestions of cool places to go. Okay, $15 paid. and well worth it. Not to mention I was able to pick up a few extra things. They have all of these brochures and stuff like that inside, so I was just kind of looking through to see if there's anything that I haven't been to, because I always like to check out new things, not only for myself but for you guys. And I was trying to see if any of the places that I was interested in might also have coupons, because sometimes they do. And I realized there's a couple things in here that I've never been to before, like a cat cafe. Now I'm going to be doing a cat cafe with Riley in the future, and so I'm not going to spoil that fun right now by doing that, but there are some other cool things in here, so I might have to check out a bunch of them. Okay, gonna start this party off on the 76 Country Boulevard. We're gonna turn to the right and go down the main strip. Now all around town you'll find things, but this is where a lot of them are concentrated. This is where the original Branson, like, big show row was. If it was on 76, it was bright, it was lit up, it was really fascinating. And also this runs along toward what actually brought a lot of people to Branson, which is actually to the left-hand side, not to the right-hand side. If you go to the left-hand side, you can get out to Shepherd of the Hills, which is something that I have shared on my channel before. Okay, I've now made it to the historic downtown area, and I'm just going to kind of take a drive through and see what's here. So far, I've noticed that there are a few businesses who have opened, a few that have closed, and the food truck that I was going to stop off at is not where it's supposed to be. So I don't know what to do with that. I was really looking forward to bubble waffles though, so now I'm going to have to figure out where they're located, or if they're just not set up right now, or maybe they moved over to the food truck park. I'm not sure. There's a really nice food truck park here that has tons of good food trucks, so maybe I can go over there. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm going to see though, because I think there's a couple other new businesses that have opened up down here. Parking is not a problem for me. I've got a place that I like to park if I do find something, and then I can just walk over, but I need to find out if there's anything that's of interest. That's not me tilting the camera. No, I'm actually parked on a slope that is this severe. There is a little bakery, like bistro coffee place. I'm hoping it's open. I've been wanting to come here for a while, so I thought this would be a good way to start our day. And after that, I'll figure out what's next. But it's just right up the way, and parking here is kind of interesting. So I wanted to park kind of on one of the side streets, and it's just a little bit easier. There's 2-hour parking here. So here we go. Got my Murphy bag all ready with my wallet and all my things. This is perfect for doing days like today. I can just take the sling and sling it over my shoulder and get to my adventure. That's a pretty mural. It looks newer. And that reminds me, there is a really cool place that we could go at some point. I'll have to look at their openings. However, the Cupid doll actually originates from a lady who lived outside of Branson. And so that reminded me that we should go there. Sure enough, this was painted this year. I thought it was new. Yep, this honors the world famous artist Rose O'Neal, who passed away in 1944. There's an estate just outside of town called Bonnybrook, and you can go there and see where Rose drew inspiration for the infamous Cupies. She wasn't just an artist though, she was a big part of the women's suffrage movement here in Missouri, so she is an icon. So maybe, just maybe, we'll make it over there. This mural is fabulous though. I'm so excited about this. I mean, look at that. That is insane, the detail she put into this. So if you're coming to Branson and you're looking for this, it is on the side of the Centennial Museum, which is a free attraction you can come to. It tells you a little bit more about the history of Branson, and they have a couple of different like movies and stuff that you can watch in there. Lots of cool things, but right on the side. Super neat. Okay, I'm conflicted. There are two of these. So there's this one here, the Transylvania Bakery and Cafe, which looks delightful. They have breakfast items as well as lunch. And then across the street, they have this one, which I actually kind of wanted to go get some coffee from. You know what? I'm going to do both. I'm going to get something here, and then I'm going to get something over there. Yeah, because both of these were on my list of suggested places from Peggy and Jerry, and so they got to be good, right? Ooh, look at those cannolis. One of those is going to be for dinner, and one of them's going to be for right now. It's gonna be so good. Okay, I went ahead and picked up some cannolis because I love cannolis so much. There are so many different sweets in here though, so definitely. I thought about getting a meal. I decided against the meal for now because I didn't want to be too full. So I got the cannoli. Oh, this is gonna be good. I do want to go get some coffee across the street though, just because again, I was suggested the coffee there, but the sweet's here. So, okay, this is a great way to spend my morning here in Branson. I did get this guy, which has a little bit of hazelnut, a little bit of caramel and mocha in it. Super, super good. And this place is so, so cute. I loved the interior of it. It is definitely a place that aesthetically is gorgeous. So definitely come and check it out. And I'm going to try the cannolis when I get back to the van because I want to go ahead and put the other one away. But oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I made it back to the van and I'm still at an angle. So this is interesting. But I decided to come on back to the van to eat because it was a little breezy and it started to get a little bit more breezy. So I didn't want to just sit there and eat. I decided it would be better to eat in here. So I'm just going to take a good old bite out of this. But mostly I got this because I'm excited about it for dinner tonight. This is good cannoli. Oh yeah. Again, I was suggested all these places and you can't really go wrong. These were $4.99 a piece. They're hefty. They're cream filled. They're delightful. And then the coffee, oh my goodness. Coffee is so good. So overall, would I come back to these two places? Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna continue eating this one. I was only gonna take a couple bites, but no, this is in my belly. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one off, in fact, because I need to save that. And if you guys are like me, it's a slippery slope. I don't eat sweets all the time, but when I do eat sweets and I find something that I really like, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I need to put that one away so I don't eat both of them. Oh, okay, now that I finished that off, I have to figure out what else I want to do for the day. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know that I want to do a ton today because tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, I've got tons of stuff going on. And some of that will be here on the channel, but some of that's for my secret project that I'm working on. One of these days I will tell you what that project is, guys. I promise, but you know, I got some things I just got to hold a little closer to me until they're ready. But I do know that there's one other point that I want to go check out. Mr. Murphy, Guy Murphy from Murphy's Outfitters, he actually posted more recently that they had updated a point that I've been to hundreds of times. It's an overlook, but they've actually updated it and put out a sign. And so I wanted to go check that out because it's on my way back toward camp. And so I thought that could be a fun little last thing to do. But I was trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to do while I was down in this historic downtown area. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. Okay, so I'm on the main road 65, which can take you all the way to Springfield or it can take you all the way back down to Arkansas. And I'm about to turn off at Hollister, which is the best way to get out to Table Rock from 65. Now, I realize for those of you who are not familiar with this area, this is not going to be super helpful, but I do like to give those little tips just in case, because if someone is coming here, this might help them figure out where they're going exactly and where this thing is located, because it's kind of hard to figure out unless you've kind of just driven around the back roads. Okay, when we turn off to Hollister, we're going to go toward the College of the Ozarks. And that's what that big, huge thing is in front of me. I've shared the College of the Ozarks Keeter Center as well as the museum here and the Veterans Memorial on some of my other Branson playlist videos. So go check those out. It is absolutely epic. But we're going to turn to the left. So we're going to turn this way and that's going to take us over to the road. I learned that navigating in Branson, one of the best things that you can do is kind of start to just like move around these back roads. It makes life so much easier because when it is peak season, when it is super busy, especially when shows are about to start or getting out, it is packed on that main strip that we were on earlier. And so instead of getting stuck in the traffic, you can kind of go around it by taking some of these paths. I do need to clean my windshield so you guys can have a better view, but we're driving down here until we get to a stop sign and then we'll turn to the right, and that is the road that leads us to Table Rock, but also that leads us to this overlook. Now, the Technical Community College and the College of the Ozarks are, I think, two different entities altogether. The College of the Ozarks is a pretty neat concept though, because they call it Hard Work U, because they do free tuition for the students, but they do have to have a job where they learn about a skill on campus. And I think that's pretty neat because in a world where education is so important, but it's also so expensive, that gives people an opportunity to be able to invest in themselves, but also invest back into their communities through their service. And I think that's really neat. So really cool to see the amount of things that they have at that college. Go check out that playlist though, because oh my goodness, especially the Keeter Center, the food. Oh my gosh, I just got here and this is incredible. They have done so much work. Now, let me just kind of paint a picture for you before we get out and look at the work they've done. Before, whenever I would come here, it was a pull-off, but the pull-off was pretty rough. It was kind of like a drop-off from the highway. And whenever you would come, it was lots of parking, but it was like really kind of strange because it wasn't really structured. And then also there was a fence, but it was a very old fence. It was kind of beat up looking. It was kind of bending outwards toward the actual slopes on this side. And to get down toward the actual viewpoint, it was this rough kind of cobblestone. And some of it had kind of chipped off, so it was kind of uneven. It wasn't the most accessible. And they wanted to make this better, and I am here for it. Now let me show you what they've done. Here we go. Now, if you're looking for this and you're along the path that I told you, you're going to be coming all the way down toward a place called Vintage Paris, a place that I've showed you before that I really enjoy the coffee at. They have some pretty neat things and they're right over here, but right across is this viewpoint. And everything is different now, everything. And it is, let me just show you. Nice wide parking, new rails, new ledges. It no longer hops off. It now is just a gentle slope to parking. They have now placed a sign here saying no padlocks because people used to put padlocks on the fencing. This is the Table Rock Dam Scenic Overlook, and you can see it is now nice and flat. There is a ramp here for accessibility, and there are two signs, which we're about to go check out. Very neat. Both of these signs are basically the same thing. It's the story of Table Rock Dam, and they both overlook the area of Table Rock Dam with these beautiful sprawling views. Now, one of my favorite times to stop here is actually at night because you can see all of the communities that are lit up, but especially during the holidays, you can see all the way over to the strip over there and everything's glowing with all the beautiful colors. It's just really, really pretty. In fact, over by the water tower, you can see the water tower, and then just a short distance over, that is the big, huge Ferris wheel in Branson. And so that entire section right there is just glowing with brilliant colors year round, but during Christmas, it's even more lit up. They have put so much work into this, so much. It is nice and flat and even, and everyone can come out here and see the story of Table Rock now. Now, this isn't the only place you can find the story of Table Rock. You can actually go out toward where we're camped and go over to the Dewey Short Visitor Center, and they have an entire display of how the dam was created, as well as a video. So check that out too. One more positive about the construction that they've done out here with the new fence. You can see the new fence comes up to almost where my neck is. The previous fence was much shorter, so it's a little bit more dangerous. So this is so much better. Not only is it beautiful, it's flat, it's more accessible, parking is better, but also it feels safer. I don't feel as scared as I did with the old fence, which looked like it was kind of, you know, leaning outward. So, so glad I stopped off here. So glad that Mr. Murphy showed us what it looks like online on his Instagram. And yeah. Oh, okay. That was epic. That was so awesome to see the attention to detail and also the love that they've given to this place that's been so important for so many people. You know, before, when they had the locks on the fence, people would solidify like their connection, their bond, their love through these little locks. However, I noticed over time that really weighed down the fence and it started making it crumple kind of. And even though it was a really cool sentiment, I think that the sentiment shouldn't be just held in a lock. It should be that this was a special place that people came, and now it's a special place that people can continue to come, and also that it's a place that's safer for them to come. It's pretty incredible, and it just brings a smile to my face every time I get to come to a place that I thoroughly enjoy and see that they have done something to improve that space. It really makes me happy. Also, it makes me happy that the day has turned into such a beautiful day. It's like sunny and 65. It feels so good outside. And so I think that I'm going to get on to my next adventure and see what I can get into next. I've enjoyed taking you guys throughout my day, from super cold to the nice weather and everything in between, showing you a few places that I'm enjoying, a few suggestions that have been made to me, and I'm hoping that I can share some more while I'm here. Again, it's going to be a busy few days, so I got some plans. Definitely going to take you guys along for all of the interestingness, but for now, what's next? Guess you'll have to watch tomorrow and find out. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'm off to another one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.